Hey guys, MarvelFan45 here, and it's been forever since I made a video, and for some reason today I just thought of a video idea, and so I thought, why not do it? So today I'll be talking about all the 2021 new releases I've seen, because, I don't know, I just want to talk about them. So, this isn't in any specific order, I'm just sort of gonna go, so, yeah. Starting off with Snake Eyes, which I just saw, Snake Eyes G.I. Joe Origins, the full title. That's like Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw. Like, the title is just so long, when it should just be like Hobbs and Shaw, or like, for this it should just be Snake Eyes, although it could be confused with the other Snake Eyes, which I still need to see. But, yeah. Snake Eyes was actually really fun, to my surprise. I admittedly had a few issues at the start, but my thing is I grew up on the G.I. Joe cartoon and like Power Rangers. Those two things were like my childhood and just absolutely essential to me. So seeing a G.I. Joe movie with Iko Uwais in it immediately had me excited, and I'll admit, the first act is pretty bad, but after that, it gets incredibly fun. Like, the bit where he has to fight Iko Uwais is probably my favorite bit, or the bit where Iko Uwais does his rapid punch from the raid. If you've seen the raid, you know what I'm talking about. But, like, where he just rapidly punches this guy, and when he knocks him out, he knocks this whole other group of people out. It's just fun. Iko Uwais again is great. Henry Golding is actually really great too. Samara Weaving is actually in here for like basically 3 or 4 minutes, but she's good in her part too. But Henry Golding steals the show here. He's just really great. Like, it's just a fun action movie. I can understand why people don't like it. It's dumb. I'll even admit it's not that good. But it's fun. Again, I grew up on G.I. Joe, so I enjoyed it. Now on to Black Widow. I did not like this movie. I could go on a bit of a rant about it, but I don't want to. So I'll just say this. The MCU started feeling a lot more corporate and soulless and like drained and just knocked out after Endgame. So Far From Home, like, that just felt completely lifeless to me. I felt nothing during that movie. Falcon and Winter Soldier was okay. WandaVision was also just okay. But this is just sad. Like, the use of Smells Like Teen Spirit in the credits was just terrible. Like, that's one of the worst uses of music I've seen in a long time in a film. And then the camera work was nothing. There were a few good shots and that was it. Like, it's nothing. Like, it's just mediocre. Like, there's nothing to say about it. Like, it's not even a good spy film, which is super depressing to say. I'm glad Black Widow finally got her own movie, and Florence Pugh and David Harbour were great, but like, there's nothing that good about it. Like, it's just okay. Like, visually, it's okay. Music wise, I really didn't like some of the needle drops. Acting wise, it's great. Scarlett Johansson, Florence Pugh, David Harbour, Rachel Weisz, sorry, I forgot her name for a minute, are all great. And again, I'm happy to see a Black Widow movie, but it could have been so much better than this. Like, my issue is, so at a certain point you find out Black Widow and Hawkeye did something, and I would have liked to see that and like the build up to that and her actual backstory instead of what we got, if that makes sense. I'll stop there because I don't want to go on a rant or something. But yeah, A Quiet Place Part 2, my next film. I actually really enjoyed this. If I were still rating things, it'd probably be a 3.5. It's super predictable, but it's just so solid with its sound design and like acting and camera work. like, it's just a good time. It's a good popcorn film. Like, that's about all there is to say about that. Like, it's really enjoyable. It's got some really intense moments, but again, like, the main issue is the plot is super cliche, and that's about it. But yeah, In the Heights. I really enjoyed this movie. I way overrated it when I first saw it and gave it 5 out of 5, which is way too much. I think it's a 3.5 now, again. But yeah, this movie is fun. There are some peak songs in here, like 96,000 and Blackout are by far the two best songs. And like, the acting is all great. My main issue is the camera work. Like, I read a review that perfectly describes it as looking like a Target commercial, which is sadly accurate. But the songs are good, the acting is good, but something just felt off in the first act. I don't know. So it took until 96,000 and what's Nina's first song? Is it? It's not Breathless, it's Breathe, Breathe. That's the title of the song. And that song, after that song, I was consistently getting more into it. Then after 96,000, I was completely into it. 96,000, completely worth listening to. I would definitely check that out. I may even purchase the DVD just so I can watch it for that bit again. But yeah. F9, The Fast Saga. I loved this. This is going to be a hot take, but I absolutely adored this film. So if you don't know, I am a huge fan of the Fast and Furious films. So, again, I've talked about this, but my taste ranges from, like, what's a good example? A Rob Zombie film to, like, Lynch and Tarkovsky, to give you an idea. I like everything. And I love the Fast and Furious franchise. It's so dumb, but so good. So, in my opinion, the franchise peaked with Furious 7. Furious 7 is by far my favorite. I mean, there are just so many good scenes in that. I mean, Ronda Rousey's even in it. But yeah, Fate of the Furious was also really good. I enjoyed that. Hobbs and Shaw was also pretty fun. But it did peak in the latter part of the franchise too. 1, 2, 3 were all great. 4 was fine. 5, 6, and 7 were all amazing too. And I was curious what we were going to get with 9, and sure enough, I loved it. It's just pure, unbridled craziness and fun. Like, it's exactly what you want in a Fast and Furious movie. Kurt Russell is in it for a bit. They start using magnets as weapons. John Cena becomes a character. I mean, what's not to love? The soundtrack. Fast and Furious movies always have a good soundtrack. Soundtrack here, amazing. And hearing, like, the origin of Vin Diesel is great. You get... The payoff in this movie is massive. I'm not gonna spoil it, but, like, there's a character. It's not Han, because that's already been spoiled in the trailers, but a certain character, 2 certain characters, get brought back who had nothing to do with the franchise before. Well, they were in the franchise, but they were in one of the movies that didn't connect to the movies at all until the end. But those, you find out what they're doing, and that's all I'm gonna say. And the payoff is so good that I just smiled as soon as they came on screen. F9 is amazing. And yeah, now on to the second movie. Sorry, it's been so long since I've done a YouTube video. Godzilla vs. Kong. It's fun. It isn't as good as the older films. Godzilla against Mechagodzilla is a classic in my opinion. The 2000 era one. The original Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla is also good. The new one made by the guy, or helped by the guy who made Evangelion. That movie is amazing. It's 2000s era Godzilla. Definitely check it out. It's called Godzilla Against Mechagodzilla, though. I would recommend watching the rest of the franchise beforehand, but it is super good. But that's getting way off topic. So this is directed by Adam Wingard, who most people know from The Guest, which is one of my favorite movies. So I was looking forward to this, but I got pretty much what I expected. Millie Bobby Brown's character and their entire subplot ruins the film. Like that dragged the film way down. But it's mainly the monster fights that make it worth it. They're why you're there. The first fight on the boat where Godzilla hops from boat to boat and punches Kong in the face is pretty cool. The bit where Kong hops on a bunch of buildings and then Kong gets an axe, it's dumb fun. That's all that needs to be said. It isn't a masterpiece. It isn't, like, a bad film. It's just fun. Like, that's all that needs to be said. And it's not even near the atrocity that was King of the Monsters. Godzilla 2014 was actually really good in my opinion, but King of the Monsters is... I don't even want to talk about that film. Kong Skull Island was also really good. I really enjoyed that one. But yeah. Now on to the final film. I'm saving the best for last. Zack Snyder's Justice League. I sat down yesterday and I said I was going to watch a long movie this summer, and as I turn around, Showa is still on my shelf waiting to be watched. But I decided to watch Zack Snyder's Justice League since I got an HBO Max subscription for a month. And I decided to watch the Justice's Grey edition. And that is one of the best decisions I've ever made. Zack Snyder's Justice League is just easy 10 out of 10. No, like, issue. I can't think of an issue I had. It wasn't boring. The CG wasn't bad, but to be fair, I couldn't tell since it was in black and white. But it being in black and white added so much to it. It made it look like a 50s monster movie for a bit during the final act, which was cool. But this gave me everything I wanted the original movie to be. You get Aquaman impaling parademons. You get Barry Allen's backstory. And I love The Flash, so that was extremely satisfying. Cyborg actually becomes a really good character. The ending is amazing. And I could just go on. That final battle is amazing. And that first hour is like, wow. Like, that first hour knocked my socks off. Then the second hour isn't as good, I'll give you that, but it's still amazing. The third hour is also amazing. And yeah, the third hour is the final hour because it ends at 4 hours and 2 minutes. But yeah, Zack Snyder's Justice League became one of my favorite movies. I am one of the few people who enjoys basically all of Zack Snyder's films. Batman v Superman is one of my favorites. I think it's one of the best superhero films of the decade, no question. It may be my favorite superhero movie of the last decade, like, right now, without question. Like, there's just something about his films that connects with me. I enjoy Man of Steel. It's fun. Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch is probably my favorite of his works. I need to rewatch it, but I love Sucker Punch. And then 300 is, of course, super fun. Then the one Owl movie he made, I don't even remember, which gives you a good idea of what I think of it. But, yeah. I hope you enjoyed that video, and, yeah, now after doing that, I'm kind of in the mood to, film a video or something, because this was fun. It's just been a while since I've just talked fully about the movies I've seen or like reviewed a movie not on Letterboxd, so it was nice to talk. And yeah, in terms of what I'll be watching soon, I am currently on a strange mix of watching new movies and the strange rabbit hole that is vulgar auteurism. And vulgar auteurism is a strange beast. I would recommend looking up and going down the rabbit hole for yourself what it is. But I'm gonna watch Southland Tales soon with Sarah Michelle Gellar and The Rock, which is the main reason why I'm watching it. I'm gonna rewatch Total Recall soon because it's Total Recall. And then what else am I gonna watch? Oh, I'm gonna watch Solaris, but I'm gonna watch the Steven Soderbergh version first because I haven't really been in the mood for the Tarkovsky one, if that makes sense. Like for Tarkovsky, I have to be in that artsy state of mind to be ready to take it all in. Like Mirror is the only one where I can watch it at any time. I've only seen Mirror and Stalker isn't one I would exactly rewatch a whole bunch. Mirror I've seen over 10 times now. But yeah, I want to watch Soderbergh's Solaris. I'm gonna rewatch Rebecca on my Criterion that I got from the sale. I got what all did I get from the sale? I got Kawaii. All my DVDs are currently by my TV, so I can't currently tell you all the ones I got. But I also got Rebecca, which is, in terms of my favorite Hitchcock, this is tough. So, my favorite Hitchcock is constantly shifting because I can never pick one. Vertigo is amazing, and it occasionally takes that place. But Marnie is something else. Marnie would probably be my favorite right now. Marnie is a film that film destroyed me. And then, To Catch a Thief could also be my favorite. North by Northwest could also be my favorite. But Rebecca, I've been reading the book, and it's one of the most atmospheric, beautiful things I've ever read. But, yeah, Hitchcock is a master is what I'm trying to say. I can't pick one. That's crazy. And looking at the Zodiac DVD I currently just picked up, I may rewatch Zodiac because I absolutely adore Zodiac. And I'm also going to rewatch The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo because I loved it and I just want to experience it again. If that makes sense. And then, what else am I going to watch? Ghibli. I'm gonna re-binge all the Ghibli films. Not all of them, but I'm gonna re-binge Spirited Away because I haven't seen a Ghibli film in 5 years at least. And my Neighbor Totoro CD has been sitting there begging to be watched for months now, and I just haven't picked it up. Then I still need to my big Ghibli blind spot is The Wind Rises. So I want to catch up on Hayao Miyazaki's Ghibli, not Goyo Miyazaki's Ghibli, and watch Spirited Away, Nausicaa, Valley of the Wind, My Neighbor the Yamadas I might rewatch, but I don't know how much I want to rewatch it. Castle in the Sky, Howl's Moving Castle. Ghibli has made so many animated classics, but yeah, I'm gonna rewatch them because why not? I'm gonna go through some Ang Lee films too. One of my recent reviewers I've been just obsessed with loves Ang Lee's work, and I have very strange Ang Lee opinions. So Hulk is my favorite Ang Lee film, which is a pretty hot take, and then Brokeback Mountain is actually my least favorite because I tried to watch it. I don't know what mood I was in. I was just in a terrible mood, and I tried to watch it, and I got 5 minutes in and shut it off. And I usually love those types of movies, but I couldn't get into it. And then the ones I'm gonna watch that I haven't seen are Billy Lynn's Long Halftime Walk, which is supposed to be really good from the reviewers' I Trust opinions, and Gemini Man, which I'm actually excited to see. I'm gonna double feature it with Avatar because they're both they both have communities that love them for basically the same reason. Film is so strange. That's what I learned since I've been off YouTube. Film communities, film in general. Film is a strange, strange thing. Oh, wait. The Irishman. How could I forget? I'm gonna finally watch The Irishman after, like... Oh, I can't believe it's been 2 years now. 2 years, and I still have yet to see it. And I've had the Criterion for literally... Yeah, I've had the Criterion for actually a year now, and have not watched it yet. And it's like... It's both annoying to me and not annoying. Like, it's constantly in my head, like, you should watch it, you should watch it. But I'm never in the mood to. Like, I have the book, like, right up there. I Heard You Paint Houses, which is a super, super good book. And I read the book and I was like, I really want to watch the movie, but I'm kind of burnt out on gangster films right now. But I'm no longer burnt out on them, so I'm going to get to it pretty much ASAP. And then, in terms of Criterion Channel, I'm going to watch Tokyo Olympiad, since the actual Tokyo Olympics are currently going on, which are incredibly entertaining if you aren't watching them right now. And then, again, it's hard to say what I'm watching without having all my DVDs in front of me. Oh, Ashes of Time and The Grandmaster. Those are the two long... And Days of Being Wild. I'm finally gonna actually watch all my Wong Kar-wai blind spots. And then I'm also going to go down the absolutely strange rabbit hole, from what I can tell, of Coppola after The Godfather. So, I adore Dracula 92. I've seen that film like a billion times now. But I haven't checked out any of Coppola's other work for some reason. And they all look so strange and interesting. Like, his 2000s era just looks bizarre. And his single 2010s film looks... looks very strange. And yeah, it should be an interesting journey. Like, I'm watching Coppola's that aren't Apocalypse Now, The Godfather Part 1 and 2. Like, One from the Heart, I've been dying to see. And Youth Without Youth, I've also been dying to see. But, and then in terms of another just random movie I'm going to watch Hype Williams' Belly. It's supposed to be a really good gangster film. It's supposed to be Korine-esque, from what I've heard, which Harmony Korine is pretty high, and he's probably my favorite director this decade, and he only made 2 movies, but that just shows the strength of those 2 movies. Spring Breakers and The Beach Bum. And if you saw my last favorites list, you know how much I love The Beach Bum. But Spring Breakers is so good. I think I, in my favorites of the decade list, said it was my favorite of the decade, which... Do I stand by that decision? Probably, but The Beach Bum might overtake it eventually. Actually, I think The Beach Bum has overtook it. But, yeah. And then I may go over a few 2010s films I missed. Like, just go through... Fill in the blind spots, basically. Like, what's the one Villeneuve film I haven't seen? Oh, the 2. Polytechnique and Encendies. That's another one. Literally just sitting by my DVD player. Encendies. I've been waiting to watch it for forever. And Polytechnique, I've not been in the mood for it because it's about something very dark, and you have to be emotionally ready to watch those type of movies. So, yes, I'll just say that. But yeah, expect maybe another video soon. Maybe. I don't know if I'm gonna fully come back to YouTube, but maybe expect another video soon. That's all I'll say. And a quick update on how I've evolved my taste in film, basically. Now, at this moment, Halloween 2 by Rob Zombie is my favorite movie, which is... A lot of people will disagree with that, but I absolutely love Halloween 2. Oh, wait, those are a few good video ideas. Okay, I may go over Rob Zombie's films and the, Raimi Spider-Man trilogy, because I'm very bored right now. So, yeah, stay safe and have a good day.